Okay, now let's take a look at how we create a project or a bulb in EduCanon. So what I'm going to do, I've got a great video from Natalie Rao, who's a math teacher at Mountain Hebron High School, and she has flipped her classroom. So she's got a great YouTube channel full of all these math videos of her teaching specific lessons for each of her classes. So I got her permission, and I'm going to use one of those. So here we are in the design panel of the EduCanon online web-based software. And first things first, we start at the top. We're going to enter the title of our lesson here. And this one is called Combining Like Terms. And just for the record, full disclosure, I am way out of my element talking about math lessons. Math is not my forte. The learning objective here, I'm just going to put math because I don't want to pretend to know what her learning objective is, because all I'll do is foul it up. Now we're going to select different variables from these drop downs. She's a high school math teacher, so she's 9 through 12th. She's math, and then we'll assume that, I don't know, this is algebra 1. Okay, so there we are. Now, here we're going to paste the URL to the video that she already has uploaded to YouTube. And it's there, and then we're going to hit go. And her video appears here. This is Natalie's video, and it's terrific. And if you get a chance, you can just search for Natalie Rao on YouTube and find all of her videos. And she does screencasts and goes through problems, and so students can watch them and rewind them and pause them and really get a great understanding of the lesson being taught. But this EduCanon platform is perfect for what she's doing, and I'm going to show you why. Okay, so what she does here, she does a little introduction. She talks about combining like terms, and I'm not going to play it because the audio won't come through real well. And she gives the two rules for combining like terms. They've got to have the same variable and the same value exponent. And if you don't know what that is, which I didn't until I watched her lesson, it's got to have the same variable, x and x, can't be x and y, and it's got to have the same value exponent, x to the first power or to the second power. It's got to be the same. Okay, so that's where we are. Now everybody learned something. So we're going to come back here and we're going to go to the beginning, maybe around 5 seconds in. Okay, and we're going to add our first question. And our question is going to be exactly what we just learned. What are the two rules for being able to combine like terms? So we're going to come down here and add a question. Now, I'm in the free EduCanon, and you can use this, and I've been using it, and it's great. But what you've got here is you've got 3 kind of questions that you can ask. A multiple choice question, one that you can have multiple answers, and then a reflective pause, which is, here, stop and think about this for a while. If you want to pay the $80 to have to open everything, then you'll have all these other options available. Fill in the blank, and a free response would be great for a lot of classes, English classes and history classes, those sort of things. I haven't opened that up yet, but they'll all work the same, so you'll still be able to get a feel for how this software works. I'm going to choose check all that apply. Okay, and in here you can see it's laid out kind of like Microsoft Word, so it's very easy to use. And I'm going to write my question. What are the 2 rules for being able to combine like terms? Did I spell it right? I did. Okay, and I can make it bold. I can do whatever I want. Okay, italicize it. And then here you can randomize the answer order. So for everybody, it'll show up a little bit different. I can do that, and I'm going to put my first answer here. They have the same variables. And then I can put a second answer here. They have the same value exponent. And then I can add another answer and say they have different variables. Okay, so I could add as many answers as I wanted. Now I know that these are the 2 correct answers, so they're checked. You want to always check your correct answers. Okay, and I'm going to save this at 6 seconds. I could move my playhead, and then I could update the time to 44 seconds and save it there, but I want to save it here at 6 seconds in. I save that, and then it starts playing my video again, and we proceed. Now, here's where, actually, let's take a look at that. We can preview it by clicking on this eye, and it'll give you the student preview, what they see. And now it's neat. Actually, it's almost what they see. What they can't do is move the playhead. Okay, they've got to watch your video, and they've got to stop at the questions that you create. They can't jump around. They can't skip. But when you're logged in as the admin and you're doing your preview, you can. But let's take a look at what happens here with that question we created. We're going to hit play. It's going to crank up. And 6 seconds in, it will stop, because that's where we added our question, 6 seconds in. And here's the question, and we cannot proceed now until we answer the question. So we know that those are the 2 correct answers. We hit go, it says, yep, you're right, and now we can proceed. Pretty cool. All right, now, here's what Natalie did at 3 minutes, about 3 minutes and 44 seconds in. Okay. What she did is she said she wanted to offer her students some practice problems. So what she asked them to do was, and right here's where she's explaining it, is she's going to put them on the screen, and then she wants them to pause the YouTube video, do the problems, and then proceed, and she will give the answers and explain the answers. These are her 3 practice problems that she provided, and at this point she wanted them to pause, because then down the road, so you can see, she explained the answers. So how could we use EduCanon here? So let's say at 3 minutes and 45 seconds, rather than her say pause the video, we can add the question right there. So we're going to add a question. It's going to be a multiple choice question. And our question is going to be, what is 7x plus 4x? All right, I'll randomize the answer order again, and we know the answer is 11x, so we'll have that as one of our answers. That is the correct answer. We could have 11x to the second power. We could have 11y, or if they don't know how to add 7 plus 4, we could have 12x. Okay. Randomize that. We will come down here. We will save it at 3 minutes and 46 seconds. Now what I could do, there's our question. What I could do is at 3 minutes and 47 seconds, so right after they finish that question and move on, I could ask the next question. And you could ask as many questions as you want. So all of a sudden I can stack up 3-4 practice questions. They can answer them and then proceed with the video on what the answers are and how you got to the answers. It's very cool. This would be a great solution to what Natalie was doing, just to build on the awesome videos that she's putting on YouTube. So when I'm all done, you can see it's added lines here. These are my questions. It put marks here for my 2 questions that I added to the timeline. I'm going to finish my build. It's asking me which classes do I want this video to be assigned to, because in my profile I've got my classes. If I'm a math teacher, I've got Algebra 1, Algebra 2, Trigonometry, whatever. I created these 2 fake classes, so I'd say I assign it to this one on Tuesday, December 9th, and that's it. There it is. It's due on that day. The students all have to log in and complete it by that date. Now this is the link to the video. We can share that link out with people. We can just copy and paste it. Okay, so and really what that's going to do if I copy and paste it is it's going to simply give me the preview right here. And so what we can do is we can look at this and we can jump ahead. Let's preview the second one that I did. Here's where she wants them to pause. Oh, play. Oh, so instead of give you a second to complete the answers or complete these practice questions, up pops the question. So we know the answer is 11x. We go. Ah, we got it right. Green check mark. And we move on. So that's how you would create a bulb or project in EduCanon for your students.